What's going on, YouTube? I know it's been a while since I checked in, but I'm just coming back to you with a video real fast. As you can see, got my sleep attire right here. You know, some days I'd be feeling like getting in my 90s when it's nice and cold, but don't mind me, man. That's me just being different. Just to give you guys a quick update. I'm not about to dibble-dabble and tell you what's really been going on the last 3 months. The quick way of saying it is the corona hit. And yeah, shit got slow, shit got fast. Basically what I've been doing, I went ahead and upgraded my career. I went ahead and switched companies. I was with JB Hunt, as you guys know. I'm no longer with JB Hunt. Not because of them. Great company. It's time to move on up, man. I don't like being at a place and just stuck there. You know, when you just go, you just sit there because you're just a driver. It isn't like you're in an office and take your next step and be a manager from a manager. You know what I'm saying? There's no career moving when you are a company driver other than next step, owner operator, or some people say lease purchase. So I went and took my next step. I went to a different company, basically like JB Hunt, but a little bit more stricter, might I say. I might have said that wrong. You know, don't judge me. So I'm with Schneider now. I'm with Schneider Finance, and I got a Schneider Finance truck, but I'm with Schneider National. Yes, they're two different entities. So yes, they're two different companies. Now, you could buy a truck from Schneider National. You can buy a truck from them, but it's different. Like, it's, you know, I think it's different. I'm not even going to dibble-dabble into that. Now we got that out the way. Whew. God, that was long. Long 2 minutes. Let's talk about orientation. Now, first, if you want, you know, you could talk. You need to talk with a rep. I'm not going to sit there and tell you the long story of how they got me a rental. The reason why I got the rental is because it was like $102. It was like $200 plus you had to have like a major credit card, and to rent for one day. The reason why it was that expensive is because the car was like $70, but the return fee was like $125 because I wasn't bringing it back to Ohio. So that's why I just said, hey, I don't have a major credit card. Can you get me a rental? And they got me one for 2 days for $175. Cool. I'll pay you back. Cool. They cool with that. Then they put you in a little hotel down there. A little, you know, it ain't a 5-star. You know, it ain't got no wine and dining. It ain't got no bars or nothing like that. But it's decent. You know, it had 2 beds. It had a real refrigerator, like with a freezer and a refrigerator. It had a stove with 2, the 2 burners, actual 2 burners on it. It had a microwave and it had a sink. Now, if you wanted to cook and shit like that, you can. You just go downstairs and talk to the hostess, and they give you pots and pans. So that's the hotel. You stand there from Monday to Friday. Now, mind you, I'm gonna just keep it up front with you. If you think about coming, your recruiter gonna tell you 3 to 4 days. Nah, your ass ain't leaving till Friday. Period. Point blank. Don't. Friday. Okay. Now, mind you, if you get a brand new truck, there is a down payment on that motherfucker. All right, it's a payment. It is a down payment. All right, and they want theirs within 48 hours, and it's non-refundable, my guy. So I had to put the down payment on it, depending on your credit. Your credit, I don't know, stuff like that. So it's not a walk-away lease. So let's get that straight. You could take the truck wherever you want. It's not connected to Schneider National. You could take this truck and go somewhere else to a different company. But I think they got to have $1 million coverage, I think, and stuff like that. So you do. It has to be insured at all times in order for you to take it. So if you want to leave, I recommend you leaving, like, in a sense of going to orientation with your truck and parking that motherfucker and trying to get your insurance immediately within that same week of, you know what I mean, that you're paying. Okay, period. Okay, now back to orientation. The first day, sorry. The way I keep looking out there is because people in flip flops, man, that shit just different to me. I don't get it. People running around here with flip flops on, that shit's different. So, plus the light is like beaming right in my eye. So, first day you do paperwork. The lady from SFI comes in, you know, tells you a little bit about everything. You go over your paperwork, and then after that, they do take you out to look at your truck. Now, you ain't about to be out there no 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. So if you got an older truck, you know, they do have a paperwork that allows you to write things down so it can get fixed before it leaves. So, you know, you do have ample time to look at it. You know, you can look at it on break, lunch. They give you plenty of breaks if you want to go out there and look at it, hour lunch and stuff like that. They do have staff briefings and stuff like that. So you can go out there and look. You can always write up everything. So, but right when it takes it off that lot, that's yours. Okay? So after that, you come back in, you know, then you start talking to Schneider National trainers. I'm pretty sure that's what they call Schneider National. You start talking with them about the way they want things to be done, their policies, their procedures, stuff like that, their paperwork. They have a particular way of doing it. Now with Schneider, the greatest thing impossible in this world is that you ain't got to transfer your paperwork to get paid. As soon as you leave the consignee, you get paid. But you still have to transfer that shit in. But you're paid. You don't have. They're not gonna wait on you to. You know what I mean? So like, you know, back in the day, you had to transfer all your paperwork in order for you to get paid. Now, as soon as you leave, the receiver, and put in all your calls, you're good. You know, you're good to go. So that's great. So like, you know what I mean? Schneider makes it kind of, how can I say it, easy but different for your paperwork. So I don't know. It's easy, but it's different at the same time, especially with their tablets in the truck. So that's day one. Okay, you do a lot of that type of paperwork and stuff. You want to opt into whatever stuff. I went ahead and opted into like the insurances and stuff like the extra insurance, like cargo stuff like that. Like, so if somebody break into your trailer and steal some shit, instead of like the $1,000 or $500 or something like that, it's down to $100, and that all that shit equals up to like what else? You get glass protection, so like your window cracked, instead of paying the whole bill, you just pay like a deductible of $100. It's like $11 extra if you don't opt into it. Okay, I also opted into adding extra money towards my basically like a vacation fund. Basically, that's basically what it is. And so like if I wanted to take a week vacation, I said, hey, call up, you know, SFI, my accountant basically, and say, hey, go ahead and take it from this amount of money, take it from there to make the truck payment, and you'll never get behind. Now, some people didn't opt into that. I recommend if you do come, go ahead and do that. Please do that. Yeah. Then you come out of that same day doing pee test and hair follicle tests. And now, mind you, we had 11 people in our class, and they did split us up because of COVID. So they took some of us back to the hotel. Now, since I had to get a DOT physical, even though I just had one in May, I had to do another one because I have sleep apnea. Now, I have a machine, so you know you have to do that. Or if you didn't have a DOT physical within the past 6 months, I think that's what the doctor said, or something like that. And then like if your drug, like if you haven't had a random drug test or a drug test that's in that clearinghouse, published clearinghouse, they make you take a hair follicle or a piss test at that point. I think it was 1 or 2 people that didn't have to take the drug test, hair test, or physical. So it just really depending on your situation. Everybody's a little bit different. Day 2 is a lot of book work. So I think day 2 as well, we got our permits, our license plate, our pre-pass, not pre-pass, I'm sorry, tolls, whatever that one is called. The tolls. They don't pay your tolls, so let's get that shit clear. They do not pay them. If you want, you can sign up for your own DriveWise for your phone. I haven't yet, but I probably will. I think it's like $20 or $18 or $28 a month or something like that for DriveWise. I might go ahead and do it to bypass the scales, because that's what, you know, this company use. So that's the best thing to use, is probably DriveWise. What else? Day 2. I think you start your computer-based training that day, CBTs, as well. Come Wednesday. Now Wednesday, pay attention. Wednesday is, depending on how many people in your class, is going to be back itch. Wednesday is going to be where everybody's doing their driving test. Now, me and I think it's not a guy named Waylon and another guy. I can't think of the other guys now. I'm bad with names, but the first guy went out early. He went out like 8 o'clock in the morning. He was out for like an hour and a half, too. They make you show, you know, how the way they want you to do the coupling, pre-trip, uncoupling, driving, and stuff like that. Their way. Now, you don't have to memorize it, stuff like that. They give you a pamphlet. You can use this pamphlet and walk around, because they're not going to say, hey, driver, we expect you to know in one day how to uncouple here. They're not like that. They're not going to harp over you taking a step the wrong way. Okay? You're not going to fail because of that. You are an experienced driver. They do expect you to be experienced when you're on the road. Okay? Now, after you do that, you come back. Now, mind you, the class will not continue until everybody's done. As well as I want to say whatever it's called. I can't. Where you got the virtual training, you know, being in a little box, whatever. That training, that's easy. Okay, that's easy. So you're good there. But while everybody's doing that, do your computer-based trainings. It's hazmat. It's a lot of videos. There's a lot of questions, a lot of answers. It's like 6 hours worth of shit. And you want to get that done immediately, as fast as possible. Get it done. When people out there shitting and giggling around, going out taking smoke breaks and partying, not partying literally, but, you know, having all this extra fun and activities and shit, you know, chatting, me and like 2 to 3 other people, which that were in the class. Let me say that we're in the class, not the ones at the hotel I can't speak on now. We were doing the CBTs at all times. When they told us, hey, go take a lunch break, we took our lunch break. When it was done, we came back. Since you were on duty for like taking so anytime we're on duty, I was doing it. If they said, you know, hey, we're taking a few of you guys to do the drive test, it took all day Wednesday. So I did all of them. Me and Waylon and another guy. I think that's his name, Waylon. But we did them all. So come Thursday, when we did the live example on the load board, you know, it was me, him, and I think another person. I think it may have been 4 of us out of the 11. 5. I'm sorry. 5 of us out of the 11 that were fully completed. So come Thursday night, we was allowed to take our trucks back to the hotel and put our stuff in them and drive them back Friday morning. So yeah, we got those done. And yeah, we were good to go come Friday morning. They gave us a little to-go packet. Came with, you know, some shipping stickers, some bill of lading, extra paper log, load straps, duct tape, seals. They gave us all that. And you get all that shit for free. They gave us a padlock. You even get a kingpin lock as well. You get a kingpin lock, you know, on them. And got all that. What else? So then they tell you, hey, Cedric, this is where you're going. I had to go to Davenport, fucking Florida. Goddamn Floridians, I tell you that. Driving on the way down there, cool. I'm good. I drove, I think, 500 something miles. I think I drove 480 of it. Because it started raining bad. I'm talking about bad. So I'm like, you know what? I'm bobtail. Now you bobtail over there and they pay you to bobtail. This is the only time they gonna pay you to dead. Bobtail down there. Okay. And they gave you a fuel card as well on Friday, my bad. Bobtailed all the way down. Stopped at a Love's. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. The raining is getting too bad. So after that, I went ahead and just washed my clothes at the Love's, And some people are like, man, I'm just going to wait. Just wait. I'm going to do it 34 hours. I'm like, nah, bruh. Fuck that. I'm about to just, if you ever ran off of recaps, running off recaps is like, even with a logbook, you just write down hours you ran, you worked. And then, even though you're doing it on a ELD, now you just, subtract it, exactly where you at. You're running off of recaps, write down how many hours you drive, even though in the logbook, not actually physically logging it, but just, write that shit down. So, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a shitty ass load to get up out of Florida. I had to leave. So I took a shitty load going up from Florida to Georgia, and then I'm taking a load down as paying from Georgia, Social Circle, Georgia to York, PA, and then from York, PA going to Ohio, so I can do a 34 reset at home. Now, mind you, this York, PA from Social is like 600 something miles. And it's paying like, okay, the load is paying $1,124. So that's like $1 and some change, like dollar. The 630 miles and it's paying like $1,140 or something like that. Now, that is like $1.40 or something like that, $1.40 to get there, but it drops it down because I had to deadhead 55 miles, so it drops it down. It shows you all that. Now, the load going from my house, from there, York, PA. I'm trying to get from York, PA to Randall, Ohio now, or Bedford, Ohio. One of those two loads, one of them are paying $500 something for 330 something miles, so like $1.40 again or something like that. And then the other one is paying like really low, like $1.10. But the Randall, Ohio one is like, it's a pickup like 60 miles away from York and the opposite fucking direction. Okay, so it's adding a lot more. Not the one from Randall, the one from Bedford, and then the one from Randall is not confirmed yet. But the one for Bedford is a pickup and drop, and then there's a drop and hook at the consignee too. But the Randall one is a pickup, drop and hook in the first part, and then the second part is a live unload in Randall, Ohio. Now from there I will just go home. Now, I know that's a lot to dabble with, a lot, but so far it's good. They do fuel, primarily Flying J and Pilot. Okay, now mind you, let me tell you this as well. The fuel surcharge, we get 100% of that. Now, you could go on the national thing and look, what states are getting the most, when you get the most. They only update every 2 weeks. That's not something they, take it from you. It's just how it's done. Okay? But so far, man, I really do like the company, Sorry about that. I truly do like the company. Oh my God! Let me tell you the beautiful thing about this company. Let's just say you pull up to the fuel island, right? You get your fuel, whatever, you pull forward like you're supposed to do. Being great truckers that we are, we're not sitting at the fuel island, not doing nothing. You pull up and you're like, hey man, I'm getting close out of time. You know, I really don't know where I'm gonna park at, you know, next 5-6 hours. Boom, you could just go inside their own little navigation tablet, pick, you know, because you already got their nav set, hopefully, because it's the best way. It's good because it shows you almost down there to their doorstep. Okay. Now mind you, I'm just giving you a rough thing, but it allows you to show all their OCs, which is operating signature, and their drop lots, meaning you can go to sleep anywhere and it tells you along the route where they're at. So if you want to pull into one of those mugs, okay, you can pull in and go to sleep. You know, they have a lot of them. Talking about a lot, okay? And pull in, go to sleep, man. And be safe for the night. But my load don't pick up till tomorrow at 7 a.m. I plan on being there at 7 and on drop into it's an open door all the way to the 29th of August. So, and it's only the 23rd today. I pick up tomorrow. The 24th is going 600 miles. Probably drop like 400, 500 miles tomorrow. Then my next load picks up between the 25th and the 26th. And it drops between the 25th and the 26th. So I'll pick up on the 25th. I'll pick it up on the 25th and drop it on the 26th. And then go home from there. But that's easy. Let's just be honest. So I pick up tomorrow. Drop off the next day, that's $1,100. Pick up the next day, drop off the next day. So in 3 whole days, it makes close to $1,500 in about 2.5 days. That's not a lot for some people, but that's enough for me. Going 900 miles, make it damn near $1,600. That's cool with me. I'm alright with that. You know, if somebody else say, oh no, you need more. Well, tell them to go to a different company, or you know, get their own operating authority. But it's good for me and what I'm trying to do in my life. Take the next step. My next step might be owning my own truck completely and trailer and get my own operating authority. But I take baby steps. I don't fucking think I'm gonna get up and run. You know what I mean? So as well, my truck does come with a electric APU. So that means no tri-pack, just electric. Charge my batteries. It gets kind of cool in here. It's cool right now. I am going to have to idle my truck though, for about an hour and some change. So that idle my truck so I can rebuild those batteries back up, because I've been down for like almost 4 or 5 hours, been sitting, because it's been a long day already. Okay, so yeah, I want those batteries to charge back up and go, man. But outside of that, man, I want to say thank you guys. Yeah, y'all been good, man. Hopefully I give you some guys more weekly videos, maybe even one when I get to the next stop, maybe in tomorrow. Hopefully I ain't in this shirt again, right? But y'all be easy, man. Stay safe out there. You know, always protect your CDL at all costs. Remember, family before anything. Make sure they're straight and you're straight. You want to be out here worrying and struggling. All right, y'all be easy. Out.